Hi, welcome to Ainsworth Golf Academy. Thanks for watching the video today. What I thought we'd do today is share with you a couple of common faults which I see a lot when I'm teaching here in my indoor golf academy. My philosophy with the golf swing is to really try and keep things as simple as possible, and I'm trying to give the golfer as few thoughts to think about while we're trying to improve and change his golf swing. So trying to keep things simple. So the thing I'd like to talk about today is what we call wrist hinge or wrist cock or wrist set, and it's one of the areas of the golf swing I think which is often misunderstood, often misinterpreted. So I'd like to give you my view on how this works and show you the effects that it has on the golf swing when it really is working correctly or incorrectly. So let's talk a little bit about wrist hinge, wrist cock. So what are we talking about is basically when we get into this position here at waist height, we can see that the left arm is comfortably straight, the wrists have set themselves, and we form this sort of nice 90-degree angle which we sometimes refer to as the L shape. And you see this on great golf swings. You know, you watch the great simple golf swings out there, we see them set to this position, rotate and coil into a really powerful athletic position at the top, which allows them to do all sorts of great things on the way down. So what I see a lot of my pupils struggling with is not achieving this position, and I see things like this happening at the top, which is very, very common, where the left arm collapses. The problem we get from here when the left arm collapses is that the left arm tends to try and re-straighten itself at the top. The club gets thrown away on the outside, so we start attacking the ball from an out to in swing path. So a couple of drills to help you guys get into a good position here. The first drill I'd like to share with you, these aren't my drills, these have been designed by people much cleverer than myself, but I'm kind of using their drills to help you. It's what we call the split hand drill. So we set up with a 6 or a 7 iron, get yourself into normal posture, set the grip in position, normal grip, and then take the right hand and split it well away from the left. So you can see we've got a nice big gap here between the hands. And very simply from there, keeping the left arm comfortably straight, just make a backswing. With the right hand being split, it naturally sets the wrist for you. Do it down the other camera position, and you can see this sets the club into a really nice position early on in the backswing. My view on this, if you can practice this little and often, you'll find that the muscle memory will very quickly start to feel the positions, and then you can go back into normal setup. If you're doing this 5-10 minutes a day in your back garden, backyard, this is really going to help. Great drill, split hand drill. Second and final drill I want you guys to try is what I call the out and up drill. Again, set up, 7 iron, 6 iron, get into normal setup and just lift the club up in front of you. Arms straight out in front. Do it down this camera angle so you can see it a little bit better. And then from here, I'm just going to point the club up to the sky. So I'm just setting the wrist here, just allowing the wrist to hinge up to the sky. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rotate my back to the target, and that's going to get me again in a really powerful dynamic position. So arms out in front, cock the wrists, rotate the back to the target. Okay, so if you'd like to try those drills, say in the back garden, in the backyard, these are just what I call reminder drills. You're going to help the body feel what you're trying to do. And once you've started to get a feel of these positions, using your 2 drills, then you can start applying this on the range, hitting some golf balls. But first of all, get a feel for it without the golf ball. Let the body start to learn these moves, and then you can start applying it to the ball. Hope that helps you, and hopefully see you for the next video. Thanks for watching.